This episode's brought to you by Cocaine and Quaaludes. Brent, Jensen, it has been a minute.
It has been a minute. Several minutes.
Several minutes.
So
it's been a summer.
What's that?
It's been a summer. Sorry, go ahead.
It has been. No, I was going to say, before we started rolling, we joked about what record we were going to do. And I actually forgot what record it was because there's so much time in between tapings now, right? So
it has
like,
been.
Okay, we're going to do Fleetwood Mac, the dance. And I was like, no. Is it?
Oh, Daddy. That's no. That was weird. I won't do that again.
That was very weird.
It was really weird.
Yeah. Good try. Why Oh Daddy? That's not the name of the record.
No, I know. I wasn't there yet. I was just saying it because we were just saying it just came to me. I thought it was funny, and then it was creepy. So it's just all backfired.
Mm-hmm.
Don't stop. I'm never going back again. All right.
Here we go.
Here we go. Honestly, okay. It's been like what 3 or 4 weeks since we've seen each other virtually.
Mm-hmm.
since we've had our virtual meetup. So we've been enjoying the summer. We took a little 1 extra week break. To get to the Tom Petty episode, and and people have been busy too. And the summer's busy time. Summer's busy time. People getting away. Hope you guys have been getting away, hanging out.
It was I was not at home watching the last show last Thursday, but it was cool to see that everybody comes back. So
it was awesome.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, totally. Because I think, from what I hear, I think the Stone Temple Pilots episode, there might have been just like my parents on watching. I don't think there were very many people watching that one. So we were kind of like, maybe it's just late. So Mom, Dad, thank you for watching. Rennie, Bobo, Mike, everybody, welcome back. Richard, good to have you. It's we're back.
The thing that's interesting is that we're doing what we're doing, right? And we went on that huge run, but towards the end of the grunge, you could tell who our core audience is, and you and I were texting back and forth saying about like we kind of know who our audience really is, right?
Yeah,
classic rock folks.
Yep,
non-alternative peeps.
But you know what? We do our own thing. We go our own way, Brent. We go our own way with this show because it's all about me. It's all about educating this uneducated child here.
It is. It is.
I'm glad we did what we did.
No, you know what? And I stand by it. It's not like you're like, I mean, we could be doing all kinds of stupid shit to get attention. But I don't care about that. That's not what this is about. Mm-hmm. We have a goal here.
I think maybe though we should start putting like our faces on the thumbnails of me going like, and you going like, or me going like, and you going like, you know what I mean? Like that might. I'm just wondering if that might get a little more clicks if we just do some crazy like, and I'm like, right? I'm just saying.
You see those videos, right?
Oh yeah, it's like
Alex's reaction to Metallica for the first time.
Everything is just a reaction video, and it's stupid. It's like what is it? The first time they ever heard "Don't Stop Believing" by Journey.
Right.
BS. It's BS.
Such bullshit.
I don't believe you. Not for a second.
No.
What, you never listened to the radio for a second in your life? No, you've heard those songs. You know it. You're just doing this to get views so people can pay. Like, it's brilliant because you're getting paid by YouTube to do this stupid stuff, but you're stupid. There.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't
clip that. Brilliant. Put that out there. Reaction videos and people who do reaction videos are stupid. Okay, hot take. Alex from Third Center Record Club. Hot take on reaction videos. All right? Hot take.
You heard it here first.
Heard it here first.
So, how's your summer been?
It's been busy. It's been busy. Like July and August. July we took a couple weeks off with the kids, went camping, and I think maybe I talked about that. And then we went up to the Sioux, went a little bit close to your original neck of the woods. We drive through Espanola.
You did.
And drive through Sudbury. Well, you kind of drive like Espanola is like over here, but we drive by it.
Yeah, I was going to say, why did you do that?
Yeah. Well, I guess not through, but like, you go past, the gas station and the Wendy's, the food court there,
I was just there.
Yeah, it's a classic spot. So, yeah, up in the Sioux, visit the family there. Yeah, they've just been working. Had a lot of work. Work's been pretty busy, so... Yeah, but hey, enjoying it. Doing stuff on the weekends. Hendricks, his baseball concluded. They went from last place, ended up winning, coming in second in the playoffs. Oh, wow. Yeah,
cool.
So they have they have they do the standings throughout the year. Like we won like 2 games. So then they had the A division and the B division playoffs, and we ended up going to the championship game. And they won. They came in second place. They won second place. They're all winners. They're all winners. It was great because you know what? Like all the parents are like, "Oh, get the ball! Hit the ball! You gotta stop the ball! You gotta get the ball!" The kids are out there just like, "What's going on? I'm just playing baseball." And then it's kind of like it ends and they lost, and you're like, "Oh, you guys did so good." And then they're like, "Okay, cool. We get a trophy? Oh, we get a trophy?" And that's what they're stoked about. And like all the parents are like, "You didn't come in first. You didn't come in first." And they're just like, "We had a trophy. We got a trophy." No, I'm just kidding. We were fine. But yeah, it's awesome. It's like my first experience with a kid playing sports.
Good.
So aside from myself, right? So anyways, I digress. That's been my summer. So yeah. Hey man.
Yeah. A little bit different from mine.
Yeah, why? What did you do? Did you grown up things? You do things not with kids?
Well, my neighbor came over last night and brought this little gem.
What is that?
Johnny Belton rolled in last night and brought Brothers Bond.
JB is a good guy.
Yeah, he is a good guy. Yeah, it's good. I like it.
Awesome.
I recommend it. Give it a shot.
You've been sticking around your neck of the woods for the summer? You've been getting out? Take a couple drive anywhere?
I went up to, I went down to see Ian O'Malley in Connecticut. Then I went up to Sud Rock and Manitoulin Island. Yeah. Just for like 4 or 5 days.
Sick.
Whirlwind tour. It was fun.
Manitoulin Island. Did you try and dodge Mike in the chat there?
I sent him a note because the place that I was staying at is it's just, I think it's south or north of a place called Shigwenda. But if you're looking at the island, he's like way over here in Gore Bay.
Tell us where he lives. Give us the address right here. Just kidding. Sorry.
Anyway.
Just kidding, Mike.
Hard to get to because you can't. It's not a straight line. You got to go up and around all the. Manitoulin Island basically is like, it's like just it's water with like little rocks basically that you. Like it's weird. If you look at a map, it's kind of funny because you think it's a landmass, but it's mostly water, and you're kind of navigating the water bodies. Yeah,
because it's an island, right?
With a lot of water on it.
Oh, water around it.
Yeah.
That sounds like a great place to live, Mike. Is it a great place to live? It sounds nice. Sounds calming and relaxing.
Split Rail Brewery.
Split Rail.
Yeah.
Go check it out, folks. There's some great posts. See some great posts from Mike on Facebook and social medias of Split Rail. Looking forward to getting there one day.
I'll get there next year.
One day. I've had dreams of going, but they were only rumors. But they were only
How long did that take?
rumors.
Like 9 minutes? You've been sitting on that for like 9 minutes?
It just came. I'm telling you, Brent, they just come to me. They just.
No, no.
You know?
You had that in your back pocket for like almost 10 minutes.
You know what?
Just waiting to put it in there.
You know what? You think what you want to think. I will take pride in myself for working on the fly.
You're a liar.
Because I am witty, but that is secondhand news.
Let's get into it.
You can go your own way.
So, do you want to talk about, your thoughts on the record? Did you like it? Did you didn't like it?
Yeah. I did like it. I did like the album. It is you know, it's funny because it feels kind of, you know, bubblegummy, you know, it feels kind of like cotton candy ish, but I mean, it's all, I mean, it's a couple of uplifting songs, but you know, everything is just about breaking up. So it's a really good album for that, you know, for the type of music these guys and girls made. And I don't know, I don't really have a good analytical stance on it, but this was good. A lot of good sounds, a lot of good melodies, great melodies, I should say. I think I thought that "Don't Stop" originally was like a Hall & Oates song, so when I heard it on this album, I was like, "Oh, it's Fleetwood Mac. Okay, cool."
That's funny.
Yeah, I think that was the other thing. I was like, "Wow, like a lot of hit songs on this album too." Like, and then even the deep cuts, like for me, "Songbird," unbelievable. "Gold Dust Woman," like great songs. So
there are a lot of songs on here that you'd think are singles, but they aren't, just because you're so familiar with them. There's only 4 singles, I think, but and there's 11 songs on the record. But like "Gold Dust Woman," like you'd know. What else?
"Go Your Own Way."
Secondhand, yeah, like tons.
Yeah, "Dreams,"
right?
yeah.
It's crazy.
Chain.
It's like a greatest hits record practically.
It is really good.
You know most of the songs.
Yeah.
But for me, kind of the most notable aspect of this record is that, and I think Stevie Nicks said this before, they're almost like Aerosmith in that way. They make their best music when they're at their worst. So they were in the midst of breakups. Most of them were addicted to drugs, and it was just like a shit show in the studio. They would go in at 7 p.m. They would eat. They would party till like 2 a.m. And then when they were just like out of their minds, they would start recording.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So it was just, and you can hear that. I mean, we'll go through the songs, but you can hear the drugs. But, you know, again, like I've talked about this on the show, that bizarre juxtaposition of 70s music where there's this kind of outward gloss, right? Or cheerfulness. But like inside, there's this anguish and pain and depression in the subject matter. It's so peculiar. And this is a great example.
Yeah, because usually, like, you know, songwriters are really good at writing the slow songs. I'm not saying they aren't, but, you know, it's really good to just sit down and use your emotions, the way that you're feeling, you're melancholic, and it just goes into your, you know, the saddest chord, right? A minor or E minor or D minor or whatever.
D minor.
You know, whatever, you know, and just being able to do that. But yeah, it's, you know, secondhand news, you know, right off the top. It's like, it's a super bam, 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 but, you know, not really happy song.
Right.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah. So they're really good at that stuff. Just I don't think I like Lindsey Buckingham's vocals.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I get a little irritated by them.
Too sassy for you? They're very sassy.
Maybe that's what it is.
That's kind of what comes to my mind when I think about them.
I think you're right. I think it's a good way of putting it then. Yeah. I'm not into them. I'm just not really into his vocals. Christine McVie, Stevie Nicks. Yeah, totally. You know? Those were the songs I liked the most, were their songs. I mean, obviously "Go Your Own Way" is going your own way, and you know that's fantastic and is what it is. But yeah, going through these, I was like, not a big Buckingham vocals fan.
Great musician. So like he took, we'll get to the songs again, but like "Dreams" is basically 2 chords, if you think about it. And Stevie Nicks wrote, I think, the song in like 10 minutes and brought it to the band. And they said it was boring. Nobody liked it. And Buckingham said, hang on, let me take it away. And he added all these, he used the same chord structure. I don't know what the 2 chords are, but it basically just bounces between those 2 chords. And he created 3 sections by changing the internal melody of it, by adding melodies on top of those chords. And so it just really expanded the song. But like he's a gifted, he's not classically trained. McVie is, but he just has this kind of sense about him too. And Mick Fleetwood was kind of like the boss of this band. He was the guy who guided the ship, you know. And he even chose the facility. It was in Sausalito, some shithole that they recorded in that was made of wood, and it was just, there was no windows. And you know, the band said, we want to record somewhere else, and he said, no, we're doing it here. Yeah, it was like
the record plant, I think it was. It was a record plant recording studio in Sausalito.
That's right. Yeah, but apparently not a great studio.
But not a great studio.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know how to properly articulate how I feel about it. They're all very good songs. I'm just kind of like, I'm not super taken by the whole thing, but they are really, really amazing songs. Go Your Own Way is like maybe one of the most perfect songs ever as well. You know, it's just they knew what they were doing by album 11. I think they probably even knew what they were doing by the album 10 together. So
I think this is one of those records you need to listen to like really closely, you know, because if you, for example, you hear Secondhand News and it's like kind of fluffy, you know, you hear that and you're like, and it was intended to sound, I think, like Jive Talking by the Bee Gees. So it's like, you know, if you think about 70s rock and you think about bands like Cheap Trick that were a little bit more gritty, and then you listen to this, it's like, I don't know. But you really have to, you got to give it a couple spins to give it a fair shake.
So Secondhand News, let's get there. Let's just finally say it. We're getting into the song. Secondhand News.
Yeah, Jive Talking, I think, was the inspiration. Apparently a lot of these songs were just written on acoustic, and it was just general patterns, like it was acoustic patterns. And the song was called Strummer, I think. All the demos were just kind of very simplistically kind of done. But yeah, they wanted to add like a kind of a, you know, a bit of a disco groove to it. I don't know if they really succeeded, but it's a good song.
Yeah, so again, a lot of breakups. So this was Stevie Nicks and Lindsey Buckingham were together. Mm-hmm. John McVie, Christine McVie were obviously together, and Mick Fleetwood was with his Judy or Jenny, or
I can't remember her name.
A J. Mm-hmm. And then as they're recording this, Stevie and Lindsey are breaking up. Mm-hmm. John and Christine are divorcing. Mm-hmm. Mick has found out that his wife had an affair. So
with his best friend. Oh. With his best friend.
Didn't know that part.
Yeah.
Wow. And then he ended up having an affair, I guess, with Stevie Nicks, or they ended up having a love thing.
It was it was one of those, like, the 70s is hilarious for that. You hear stories about Mick Jagger and David Bowie and just there were no rules, right? Yeah. People would just be in bed with each other, like, as the wind blew, literally, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
And I think that Fleetwood was one of those bands.
Yeah, yeah. That's where a lot of the content comes from, and that's like, you know, Secondhand News is Lindsey Buckingham, you know, thinking about the breaking up with Stevie Nicks. I mean, same with every other song on this album, but this kind of like kicks things off, and you know, I was into it. Like I was like, when it came on, I was like, oh, all right, this is a fun little groove.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, you know, like, what is this? I've just got the lyrics here. One thing I think you should know, I ain't gonna miss you when you go. Been down so long, I've been tossed around enough. Well, you couldn't just let me go down and do my stuff. They're saying that's like him singing about, like, it's like an argument almost between him and Stevie, and he's like, you know, you wouldn't let me maybe go down and record music, because he was, I guess her thing was he always just wanted to make music and wouldn't have much time for her.
I always thought that was, when I was younger, I thought that was a sexual reference.
Fleeter
was in a pet resort, a little kennel that's called a pet resort for like 5 or 6 days.
Yeah,
So he's
martinis, margaritas.
He's a little edgy. Yeah, I don't think there was any of that.
Yeah, no, hope not.
He says he's not very happy right now. He might come down here.
But we're home. We're home, Fleeter. Sorry. Yeah. So, what did you think as a kid?
I thought that it was a sexual reference.
Oh, go down and do my stuff.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. I never really listened closely to the lyrics. I just would always catch that because it's like the lead into the chorus, and it's like kind of the turnaround, right? And I just heard those lines all the time, and I was like, I thought it was about like, you know, him having sex in a field.
Yeah. That's right. I was gonna say expand. My parents are watching. Yeah, I actually find it's like it almost seems even just a little lazy, a little bit like go down and do my stuff. Like that was the lyric. Like that's what you came up with. I mean,
right.
That's kind of to me. I was like, well, that seems not very creative. Just to me, you know, the guy on the internet talking about the song, but that was. Yeah, I don't know. Let me go down and do my stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. So anyway, so that kicks things off. That's like the opening breakup song.
Yeah.
And then Dreams is the second breakup song.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So again, Stevie Nicks, I think, went off into a room when everybody was doing something else. And she sat down in front of this keyboard and found like there's drum samples in them. So she found a drum sample and played along with it and just like had those two chords and then wrote the words. And in 10 minutes she had something and she brought it to the band and they were like, no, it's boring. Yeah.
That room, so they were recording in the record plant. That room was Sly Stone's room. They called it Sly Stone's pit. It was called like the pit. It was kind of like down in a little thing. So yeah, she went in there and grabbed his keyboard and she played on his keyboard.
Sly Stone?
Wrote
That's
the song
cool.
on that.
Nice.
Yeah. I mean, obviously when you hear the song and you know like how popular it is these days and I mean, it's like again one of those, you know, Refugee by Tom Petty, right? Written in 10 minutes. Dreams, unreal. Written in 10 minutes.
Who was it in the band? Was it John McVie who said the whole process was just us kind of writing like, you know, little diary passages about each other. And that's what basically the songs were. We were writing about each other and ourselves and our interactions with each other. And that's in essence what Rumours is. And that's why it's called Rumours, by the way. It used to be called Yesterday's Gone.
But Rumours because of this whole the whole what's happening with the relationships.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Nice. Never going back again.
Folky, funny little song, eh? There's a lot of really interesting facts about this song, actually. Do you know about this? The guitar string changes?
Yeah, I did read about this. Let's go in. Let's get into this. Let's unpack this.
So apparently, the producer said to Lindsey Buckingham and his guitar tech, "I want you to change your strings so that we get maximum effect," because the lead instrument is basically an acoustic guitar.
It sounds fantastic. Great guitar playing.
It does. Yeah, it's tremendous. But I want you to change the strings, guitar tech, every 20 minutes while we're recording the song. So literally, they would play for 20 minutes, do a take. And they changed the songs, I think, or they changed the strings 20 times or something.
Wow.
During the recording of the song, which seems so wasteful and stupid because think about a guy like Neil Young, right?
Yeah.
Just banging it out on a shitty old guitar.
The strings have been on there for years.
Oh God, yeah.
Probably not Neil. Probably not Neil. I'm just kidding. But go ahead.
But yeah, cool. Like it's a folky
Neil, let us know in the comments. Neil, let us know in the comments if you left strings on your guitar for more than 2 years.
Watching. We don't have to worry about that.
Just
no one who knows Neil is watching.
Sorry. All right. Maybe Lanois. Do you think Lanois is watching? Daniel. How old were the strings on Neil's guitar when you recorded the Lanois? Huh? How old were they? We'll just wait here for him to chime in.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's Let's have dead air.
So they would change the strings, 4 times an hour until they got it. And then, do you know the second part of the story?
About him having to record the thing again because he was out of key or something.
Yeah, they recorded it in the wrong key, so we had to re-record it again. But they didn't change the strings again. They just ended up leaving the regular
Really?
strings on. Yeah.
See, that's what I mean about how stupid that was, right? Like it's.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was like a cocaine thing, or like, you know, these guys, like the Eagles, right? Like these guys kind of set that like rock culture kind of high water mark of like excess. Like they were so out of their minds, like Aerosmith, that the product was great, but like in essence, like almost in spite of themselves, because they didn't know they didn't know where they were.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, totally. Even Tom Petty said that they were recording music. I can't remember what song they were doing, but they were so like they played it and they did it and then they kept going back and they kept going back, but they were all high. They were all on coke. And then he said, we stopped doing that. We went away for a week. We stopped doing that, and we went, and it was the first take we did that we ended up using. But we were all, as he says, gacked up that we didn't, like, it just affected our ability to, you know, make the right decisions. For them, obviously, this album did pretty good. But,
God, yeah.
You know, it's obviously has an effect. I can't play for nothing if I've had like 4 beers and I sit down and pick up a guitar.
No,
I can know the song inside and out, and I'll sit down and I'll be like, "How is it? What's it?"
Yeah.
No,
There's that
can't
little
do it.
sweet spot, right? There's like
there is a
after
sweet
your,
spot.
like 3rd or 4th beer, between the 4th and like the 8th or 9th, maybe. Like that's the sweet spot. And
Depending on your body type, yeah.
And after that, it's like you forget the words, you're playing the wrong chords, embarrassing yourself. People are like, maybe just put it down.
Is it Capo 24? Is it Capo on 24? Is that where it goes? Yeah. Yeah, never back. Go back. Yeah, it's a good tune. Good tune. Don't Stop. This is the Hall & Oates song. I thought it was Hall & Oates.
No, McVie. Yeah, and like a positive message, right? And I think that this was about John McVie.
Yeah, and their divorce.
Mm-hmm.
It was kind of like her divorce song, but with a positive, uplifting,
saying like,
message.
just get on with your life, kind of thing.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. I mean, I don't know. She started dating their lighting designer.
That's right.
I mean, like, come on, like John's right there. He's right there.
But that's what I mean about the 70s. It was just a wild time.
Yeah,
like it was the Wild West, man.
Yeah, yeah. I think the mamas and the papas.
Totally. Did you ever hear that story about Michelle Phillips? She said, she was with whatever the dude's name is. There was like 2 couples. And she said, there's a song about that. I can't think of the name of the song, but she said, look, like I can't be with one man. Like I just can't. So sorry. And that's part of the lyrics to I can't think of what the song title is, but in essence, she's saying, I love you, but I also love that guy and that dude over there and him. And I just can't be with one guy. And everybody was like that. I think. Like, I mean, I wasn't there, but like that seems to be the consensus. It's just like free love, right?
Yeah, well, because it was, not to say she got around or anything. I'm not disparaging the name of Joni Mitchell, but right, wasn't she kind of like Neil Young and David Crosby and like it was like a whole. I don't know, probably Jim Morrison too. I don't know. I'm not going to spread any rumors here.
James Taylor.
Oh, see, yeah.
Oh, and she references that in one of her songs too. Again, I can't remember the name of it, but she, drops the F-bomb and makes a reference to sleeping with strangers. So,
is that the song? Sleeping with Strangers?
Oh, I'll think of it in a minute.
Can try to help you out. Go your own way. Go your own way.
So, Mick Fleetwood's drums are brought to you by cocaine in the song, right?
Yeah.
You know what you should do if you're not super familiar with this. Listen
Go do
to this
cocaine
song.
and listen to Rumours. Sorry.
Yes, snort coke. And listen
That's
to it.
right.
No, you
Feel the
don't
real
need to.
full effect. Yeah.
The drums will make you feel like you're on coke.
Yeah.
So just listen to the drum track on this song. I've referenced this before, but like, so he's playing like straight time, then he does double time, then he like out of nowhere just goes back to straight time, and he's always trying to put a fill in, like where it's just like he's all over the snare. It's just wild. You can hear the cocaine in his playing.
It's just got all over the place. What was it? Street Fighting Man. That's what Lindsey Buckingham was referencing when he heard the drum pattern of Street Fighting Man.
Oh, really?
He brought that to Mick Fleetwood.
How can I ever change things that I feel?
And so yeah, he heard that and he's like, this is kind of what I want to do with the toms, and so he couldn't quite get it obviously like Street Fighting Man. So he was like, just let me kind of figure that out my way. So that was part of what he did, was took that as an inspiration and built that into his drum pattern. But this is a song where Stevie said it was difficult. She says it's difficult every time to sing this song because it made it seem like all she wanted to do was pack up and shack up with other guys. And she's like, it's not the case. I don't know. Maybe it was, but maybe not. But yeah. So I mean, great breakup song. Great breakup song.
Truly. Yeah.
Like, I didn't think about it much until I listened to it this time around. I was like, this might be the best breakup song of all time. Just me. This is my opinion.
It's up there.
You don't have to agree with me, Brent. You can if you want, but you don't have to.
I won't.
Okay, don't just like, you don't on the just for the account of the show. Like, you don't have to agree with me, but it's fine. We both feel the same way. Great song.
Yes. Songbird.
Fantastic. Love this song. This is an absolutely fantastic song.
What I really like, when I was listening to this record earlier today, I thought about like how perfectly placed this is in terms of sequencing, because it just in terms of the album's pace, like it really kind of just slows it down as side one is ending, and then you're ready for side two. Like it's it just kind of like it's a little wind down and then the chain. Yeah, really cool. I like it.
It is. You know what, I was Karina and I went away to a little like spa resort place around the Haliburton area, and
Which one?
Sir Sam's.
I know that
Sir
one.
Sam's Inn and Spa. Yeah, that's where we went. Probably the last time we'll go there. It's a little rundown. It needs some work. Sorry, Sir Sam's. But if you got some painting to do. So I was sitting there in the back, and I was feeling pretty good. And this song came on. I was listening to this album. The song came on, and I was looking out at the water, and I'm just sitting there. It's like nature, trees, stupid Canadian geese walking in front of me, and poop everywhere. But I'm looking out at the water, and I'm like, I kind of have this like vision of me looking, and then the overlay of the water over top, like that kind of classic cross dissolve feel. Just this song got me in a moment. It was just like,
And I feel that when I'm ready, it's alright.
Isn't that cool when that happens?
what a tune. Yeah. Oh man, I was so just all in when the song came in. Never heard it before in my life until that moment.
Perfect.
And it was like, wow.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
That's one of those things that's just like completely serendipitous,
Feels like.
and it's going to be locked in your,
Oh yeah. Yeah. No. Anytime the song comes on now, it's like, I'm in it.
That's you're fortunate that you had that happen. That's really cool.
Yeah, it was a good moment. So great song. Sad song. Great
It
song.
is. Side two. Remember the old tradition we used to have?
Let's all go to the lobby.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Like 30 shows ago.
I'm so like I was in Niagara for work this weekend, and had some pretty long days and late nights, so I'm just
So
drinking
no
an energy drink tonight.
Red
Just keeping
Bull.
the energy up. Yeah.
You don't need Red Bull. You need something actually to reverse the high energy that you have. You need like a Quaalude. That's what you need.
Yeah, all right.
That's what you should.
This
be taking.
episode's brought to you by cocaine and Quaaludes. Oh, that's funny. Yeah. No, I have this energy because I'm having this. Otherwise, if I didn't, I'd be like, the chain.
I don't think you could ever be like that. I don't think you have it in you.
I mean, I might. You never know. We'll never know because I got my wings.
Indeed, you do.
Okay, the chain. The chain kicks off. Side two?
Yeah, no, this is, I think this is a composite of 2 demos from the women, right? McVie had a little piece, Stevie Nicks had a piece.
Oh, yeah, nice.
I think so. I think they put it together and made this song. It's very complex, very, if you listen to it, like very instrumentally complex.
Yeah. Yeah, totally. Yeah, again, guitar sounds awesome, and the drums, like, it's one of those things where it doesn't really like stand. It's just also seamless, right? Like all these things come in, and nothing feels like it's sticking out anywhere. Like it just everything really comes together. I think that happens with a lot of songs, but for me, like you talk about it being complex, it doesn't feel complex when you're listening to it. To me, anyways, it just feels good.
It doesn't feel kind of laborious like a prog song would.
Right.
It's enjoyable to listen to, but if you really kind of listen to the instrumentation, the way that everything works together is very involved.
Yep. Totally. Yeah. Great bass line.
Yes, definitely. There's some nice like rhythm section playing on this record too. They had a nice little pocket in that band.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, that's why Peter Green named the band Fleetwood Mac. For the rhythm section.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, because back then, so that was when he was playing. Peter Green and John McVie were playing with Mayall. Who was it? Bruce Mayall and Blues Band.
Wasn't it John Mayall and the Blues Breakers?
That's it, John Mayall and the Blues Breakers. So the McVie and Peter Green were playing there, and then Peter Green started his band, got Mick Fleetwood as his drummer, and wanted McVie to come over and play with them. And in order to kind of like, they wrote an instrumental song that was really like rhythm heavy. So he named it off of the bass player and the drummer.
No way. I didn't know that.
Fleetwood and obviously Mac. And that's where that name came from. And then McVie was like, cool, still don't want to be in your band right now. So he went back and played with John Mayall again, and they just kept Fleetwood Mac and then McVie obviously came back. So, yeah, great rhythm. Great rhythm.
Yeah, super tight.
Listen closely. You know the listen closely on this one?
Which, for the
the
chain?
Yeah.
No.
The very beginning. Very beginning. Listen closely.
Okay.
You hear Mick Fleetwood. Fleetwood or Lindsey Buckingham? Probably Lindsey Buckingham. He goes, fuck.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Where is it? Like, how many seconds
Very
in?
beginning. Very beginning. Just start at the very beginning, turn it right up. Maybe at like 1 second, you'll just hear. And then
I love
they get
that.
to the song. Yeah. At first, I thought it was Mick Fleetwood doing like a line this big before the song came on, but no.
4 of those right before Go Your Own Way.
Yeah. Anyways, Chain, classic tune as well. Another good one. Really good song. Great solo at the end too. I love when they come in and stand in the shadow.
Me too. That bass, right? Do do do.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is very cool.
Yeah, that whole ending is, skin vibrating. You can use that for your podcast if you want.
Oh,
you make
thanks.
loving fun. Yeah, you're welcome. Timeless. Timeless rock.
Perfect.
Timeless rock. Oh gosh. You make loving fun.
So, funny story about this song.
Okay.
This was about Christy McVie's new boyfriend, the lighting director.
Yeah.
But so as to avoid blow-ups in the studio, she told John McVie that it was about her dog.
Oh, that's sad and awesome. That's great.
Yeah.
Wow. Frig. Yeah, this was actually the stories kind of around this. They were talking about Stevie Nicks and Lindsey Buckingham would be yelling at each other, like swearing at each other in the studio hallway, and then they'd be like, "Okay, you make love and fun," like, and they said they would just like go from screaming and yelling and swearing at each other to just perfect harmonies, right back into it, and then as soon as the take stopped, back to yelling at each other.
I read that somewhere that during the recording of this song, Lindsay and Nicks were having a vicious name-calling match.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
then like literally, okay, press record. And then,
Yeah.
but didn't Buckingham say that? He said that the most challenging aspect of this record, in addition to like all the drug usage and all the rest of it, was that we had to kind of keep our differences in different areas of the studio. So like in one corner, we hated each other. And then, but we would have to go over here and be like professionals and interact musically with each other. And so like separating those two things was like really challenging.
Wow.
Obviously.
Yeah. The hate zone and the love zone. That's tough. You know, they did it, you know, they did it for years. It's crazy.
Yes.
Great song though, as well. I know I'm saying all these great things. Like these are all great songs. This song is awesome. Just honestly the songs within the song, right? Like it's like the great verse. It's just like groovy bass line, and then this, you know, blooming chorus that is like, it kind of just like you forget that you had this bass line, then they bring it back to that sweet bass line driven verse, and then back to the chorus, and it's brilliant.
Yeah.
Super brilliant.
Yeah.
I don't want to know.
This is an old song from, I think, the early 70s that they brought in, Buckingham and Nicks. And it was like a tribute to Buddy Holly. And you can hear that.
Oh, okay.
Like, immediately, yeah. It's kind of an homage to him.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah, I really like this song too. So I think it's an old Stevie Nicks song. She wrote it. Do you know what the recording process of this one?
No.
Hold on, I'm going to sneeze. Hold on.
Do it. Do it in the mic.
I don't want to.
Hold on. Try to keep your eyes open.
It's all this talk about cocaine that it's just like, all of a sudden my nose is getting itchy.
It makes you want some.
I said all of a sudden my nose is...
Try to keep your eyes open.
I've tried.
Have you?
Yeah, I've had to put one eyeball back in, but I didn't. So I stopped. I stopped doing that when I had to pop it back in.
You look like Marty Feldman. Like your eyes look two different ways.
Do you also say Froderick?
Okay, so Stevie Nicks wrote this song. So there was a song that was supposed to be on the album. Maybe it was on the deluxe, Silver Springs.
Right.
So that was supposed to be on it. They took it off because it was too long, and they put this one on.
Oh.
And Stevie's not even on the song. They recorded this without her because they thought she wouldn't be happy with them taking off Silver Springs if she was part of that conversation, which she wasn't happy about. But because she wrote it, Lindsey Buckingham thought it would be okay to do it, even though they did it without her, because it was her songs. So if she didn't do that, I guess she only would have had, 3 songs or something, written 3 songs for the album. So she kept it. She was like, fine, we'll keep it on, but she wasn't happy about it. She's like, I wasn't happy. It sounds great, but I wasn't happy about it, because it does sound great. Oh, Daddy.
Don't do it. So gross. So gross.
Well, it's not my fault. They picked the name of the song.
I knew you were going to do that.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you?
Stop.
How close does that feel?
I'm going to barf.
It's been so long since we hung out. Another like really awesome slow song. Just again, the melody's perfect. The "Oh Daddy" thing's weird, but it is what it is. It's
well, that's what they used to call Mick Fleetwood, I think, right? They used to call him Daddy because he was the. I know it's odd. So there's a lot of oddness going on.
Like just calling anybody daddy aside from your daddy is just weird.
Well, that's the thing now with the younger generation. I sound like I'm like 80 years old, but the girls call like older men who apparently have it going on. They'll say, "Oh, you're giving off like daddy vibes," and the daddy is like a hot older guy apparently, maybe in the cougar realm. Do you know what I mean?
So maybe some girls are calling me daddy. Maybe.
Yep.
I'm not upset by this. I'm not upset by this new trend.
Yeah, that's quite possible.
I've shifted my views.
There you go.
My views on the word daddy. Okay, no, I haven't. I've reverted back. It's weird. It's weird. Good tune. Yeah, Mick Fleetwood, eh? Okay.
Yeah, daddy.
Gold Dust Woman. Great send-off. What a great song.
Again, perfect place for it. Right?
Yeah.
To finish off a great record. Like perfect selection to finish this record off.
It's awesome. Like it just her voice is phenomenal, man. Just I don't know what else to say. It's a great song.
The thing I like about it the most, it's about her struggles with like being a musician in LA, right? And I think it's about her kind of downward spiral into being addicted to coke. And if you listen to that swirling kind of chaos at the end of this song, like it really illuminates what the record is about, right? It's just like a perfect snapshot of like the chaos that was going on, and like it's a perfect way to like end the record and say this is really what the record is. So, Young Grasshopper, what's your verdict?
Well, they're all great songs. I mean, it's a 5 out of 5. There's just something about it where I'm just kind of like, it's not my favorite. It's not like, but like, I know I said great songs on all these. I have a very weird feeling about this album. I don't know why. I don't know what it is. I don't know. I don't know what the thing is that is attached to me with this album that just makes me feel like, So I'll give it a 4 then. I'll give it a 4 because there's this thing that's there that I don't know what it is. So I can't make it perfect if there's a thing.
So you're penalizing Fleetwood Mac for your own deficiencies?
Well, it should be, yeah, correct. I mean, this is what it's based on. It's based on my feeling.
Suffer for that?
What are they suffering from? They're not getting a 5 out of 5 from Alex Huard on Thursday Night Record Club.
Hey, man.
I'm trying to stay true to myself. Brent. And my trueness to myself is, I don't know what it is, but there's just something that just doesn't feel right, and I'm not going to do our viewers bad by just doing it because I think it should be this way because it doesn't matter.
I think Stevie's going to be really disappointed.
You know what? If that means Stevie's going to show up at my door, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with Stevie Nicks showing up here and telling me she's not happy with me.
All right, Daddy.
And I'll look at her, I'll look at her, I'll be like, oh, Daddy. She'll look at me and be like, oh. So, anyways, there you go. Cool, man. Glad I listened to it, though. I discovered some songs on here that I really like.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
So, Don't Stop. I'm not a big fan of that song. Don't Stop Thinking About Tomorrow. I know it's a big peppy song, but maybe that's what maybe it's that song.
Too cheery?
No, I don't know.
Well, it is. It's flouncy, right? If you're not into that, then
yeah, like appreciate it. Okay, I'm done. What's next? Look around your room. What's there?
Oh, you know what? You know what we should do? I talked about these guys earlier.
Oh.
They're right in line with Fleetwood Mac. The Eagles. Let's do Hotel California.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Let's do that.
I know
that
Hotel
would be a
California.
nice little continuation of this 70s rock culture
We brought up
Hedonism.
the Eagles on the Tom Petty episode too, so it fits.
They're due.
Cool.
I'm not a
Hotel
massive
California.
Eagles fan. I appreciate the art. I can't tell you why, but that's on the long run. It's not on Hotel California. But I think Hotel California is like the record we have to focus on.
Okay, cool. I can't tell you why. I know we're not going to talk about that, but that's a Timothy B. Schmidt song, right?
Yes, it is. There's only one.
Yeah. Wow, what a tune.
I love that song so much. So
Poco.
good. What?
Poco.
What's
Is it
Poco?
Poco? Wasn't that his band, Timothy B. Schmidt? He was
No, I
Poco.
think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Poco.
Well, yeah. If you know, you know. Poco.
You got to do something with the Red Bull and the... I don't know, man. Oh, wow. Look at you. Feats of strength.
Yeah. It made me laugh. It made me cry. It shattered my illusions of love, Brent. That's what Red Bull does to me.
Oh, my goodness. Sometimes I worry about you.
Yeah, you should. Nobody's here tonight to look after me. I'm on my
Uh-oh.
own.
That's not good. What do you hear, an intruder?